Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Today we have a very special episode in store for you. This is going to be my very first officially sponsored video. That's right, I do have a set that was sent to me straight from a company to review just for you. Stick around and find out which company and what set I'll be building today. I'm Mighty Joe and you're watching. Once again, friends, welcome back to another exciting episode of Brick by Brick with Mighty Joe. On today's show, we're going to be reviewing a brand new set from Lumibricks. I've been in talks with Lumibricks for quite a while, really since January, and they have sent me a free gift with purchase, a free set to build just out of the kindness of their hearts. But this is my very first officially sponsored set to review for you guys. So Lumibricks, thank you so much for this opportunity, and here's the set. On today's show, we're going to be reviewing and building the Troupe carriage from the Medieval series, and this is my first official Lumibricks product. My very first officially branded Lumibricks product. I'm so excited to get this built for you guys and give it a review. Check out all the new innovations that Lumibricks has come out with since they changed their name back in May from Funhole. I'm really excited. This is an awesome looking set right here. The Lumibricks Medieval Troupe carriage is set L9063, consists of 1,248 pieces, and is rated for ages 16 and up. Now, looking at the box here, you can see we've got this beautiful depiction of the set itself. It does say that it is a 2-in-1 morphing set. What that really means is the set comes on a carriage with horses to go from town to town in the medieval times, and it is an acting troupe that puts plays on for different villages. And you can see here, this is what the set looks like off of the carriage and opened up. There is a dragon, there's a horse, there are several minifigures. It looks like there are going to be 5 minifigures, and we'll get a good look at them in a second. Turning the box around, you're going to see that there is a depiction of the carriage all put together. You've got the playhouse on the carriage, and then here you can see the carriage can be taken off, and you can have the playhouse set down on its own. So you can either choose to carry it on your carriage in the village, or you can set up the play area in maybe a park in your brick-built village. You know, the options are endless if you just use your imagination. It does come with, as I said, 5 minifigures. Here's a little preview of what they look like. And you can see that they are pretty cool. Look at the sword on that knight. And there's even a Robin Hood looking character in there. And this is going to be a really interesting set. My very first Lumibricks set. Thank you again, Lumibricks, for sending this out for review. Let's get it opened up and see what comes in it. Alright, so opening up the box, we are first greeted with our instruction manual. Let's get that out and take a look at it. It is a rather thick manual and a good looking manual, which is on par with Lumibricks. There are some changes that have been made in the instruction booklets going forward. For example, we now have our Lumibricks service card with the Lumibricks email address on the back in case you should need to contact customer service. We do have the description now in the book, the All About Lumibricks, which used to say All About Funhole, but now it is in English and it is in Asian dialect, so that way it can reach more audiences and you don't have to make separate books. We've got a beautiful depiction of the set right there. We've got some pictures of the minifigures and some little scenes set up. And I love the fact that this is translated into different languages. So you've got information on the lights, battery box, and you've got it in so many different languages. It makes the books a little thicker because it's extra pages, but still very, very good. Brick separator and how to use it, and then how to test your lights. That's very important. Be very careful when putting the lights. They are soldered and very small. Now, We do have a description of your F bag, which is new, and it does say that the F bag has 2 parts, minifigure bricks and special bricks. You can assemble the minifigure bricks accordingly to the instructions, and then you can also keep the special parts for later. So it's nice that they put that in there, and then they also show you how to construct your minifigures. And there are several fabric elements in this set, which is going to be capes and skirts for the ladies, which I think is really amazing. The instructions are really, really easy to follow. As always, you just look in and you follow them, and it tells you where to place the lights. And then it'll also outline what you're doing in red so that you can know which parts you're putting and where. Really, really good stuff, you guys. So excited to build this Lumibricks set for you. So that's our instruction manual. This is really cool. There are some scenes that you can slide in for the background on the playhouse, and that's really cool. And they look like to be translucent, so they're going to light up from the back, which is really, really cool. Now, every set that Lumibricks makes does come with this orange box of greatness. This is the Lumibricks light kit. This particular set here comes with, of course, your safety precautions for your battery box. Gotta be safe. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is my very first look at the new envelopes. Oh, I love it. Love the design on these. Now, these contain the lights, the USB cable, anything you're going to need to illuminate your set, and the amount of envelopes varies from set to set. There is a battery box that is available to use, or if you're putting it static in a brick-built city, they do have a USB that you can connect your lights that way. And then every set does come with tweezers and a screwdriver for opening the battery box, tweezers for connecting the tiny little connectors to the power bank, to the junction box. And you can see how small those are. So you got to be very careful. If by any chance you should happen to accidentally snap a wire, or one of your wires comes damaged, all you got to do is contact Lumibricks and they will make it right for you. The customer service for Lumibricks is absolutely stellar. I can't say that enough, you guys, and I'm sure y'all are sick of hearing it. But let's go ahead and get all these parts pulled out so we can get a good look at what comes in this set. All right, so here you can see all of our pieces are brought out. There we are. We've got our light kit, our instruction manual. Incidentally, the instruction manual consists of 306 steps for building the main build. There are 249 pages showing the main build. And then there are 25 more pages regarding playability and how to set up your characters and how to put the different backgrounds in and whatnot. So that's really cool. There are 6 steps with multiple bags in each step. So yeah, 6 steps consisting of 16 bags. And then of course down here you do have your F bags, which consist of the minifigure parts and specialty bricks. And in this case also the fabric elements. And then the S is going to be the cards for the background in the playhouse. So yeah, really amazing looking set, you guys. Can't wait to get this snapped together for you. All right, folks, those are the pieces. So let's get this snapped together and get you a detailed review of the Lumibricks Medieval Troupe Carriage. Are you ready? Let us go! All right, friends, that's the build. Now let's take a deeper look at the Lumibricks Middle Ages Troupe Carriage. The first thing we're going to do is take a look at our minifigures. And this is a great looking set of minifigures, you guys. First, we've got this guy right here. Looks like a archer, Robin Hood type. He's got really cool printing on his torso. He's got the brown boots. Looking at the back, he does have his quiver on the back, which is really, really cool. We do have this actress who is dressed as a queen or princess. She does have this fabric cape. Now, a lot of the fabric elements, I noticed that one side is shiny and one side is dull. I decided to use the shiny side because of the fact that they are actors and I wanted them to look their best up on stage. I don't know which side is supposed to be used, but I really do like the shiny part, so I went ahead and used that. You can see that she does have printing on her torso. She's got the long blonde hair, the made-up face, and the fabric element. Now underneath she does have red shoes and red legs. This actress here looks like she would be dressed as maybe a townsperson or a peasant. She's got a hood on and she's got the little corset looking straps or laces on the front. And then on the back, it's got a little cinched area there and the back of her hood. Really cool looking figure. And this one is cool. He looks like he's supposed to be a mysterious knight. It's kind of hard to get his hood to stay down. I want it to stay like that, but it kind of pops back up. Maybe with time, or maybe I can put some blue tack back there just to stick it to the back of his head. I don't know. He's got this giant broadsword that he comes with. He's got his armor plating on his torso. In the back, he does have some printing there. It's kind of hard to see. There we are. Put his cape back down. And then this guy here, strangely wearing a cowboy hat in the Middle Ages. The time-traveling sage, I don't know. He's got a tablet that he's writing on. Oh, you can see. Kind of hard to focus on it. Anyway, he's got a tablet that he's writing on and he's got a quill in his hand. He does have a star on his shirt, so maybe he's like the sheriff of Rottingham. And right there, he's got his orange pants. That's the printing on the back. Really great looking minifigures, and all kinds of adventures these guys can get into. Now, I don't even know what to say about this set, guys. This set is sturdy. This set is stout. This set is very well designed. At first, when I saw it, I thought, okay, that's a cool idea. Imagine going kingdom to kingdom, putting on shows and entertaining the masses. And then I thought, well, how in the heck are you going to dismantle your entire stage, bring it down off of the carriage, and then set it up? But, I mean, stuff like that, you got to let your imagination run wild. Let's take a look at the carriage itself. And you can see that we do have tons of gold elements in this set. I mean, from all of these decorations here, the printed pieces, so many beautiful printed pieces. Lumibricks has outdone themselves with every set that from the minute they stopped putting stickers in there, I mean, just amazing. These printed pieces here show the actors in the troupe, and then the dragon that you find inside when you open up these doors is not supposed to be a real dragon. Somebody told me, wow, that looks like a fake dragon. Well, it is a fake dragon. It's supposed to be a prop dragon that they use in their plays. And you can see here that we do have some woodland scenery here, along with the castle in the background. We take the dragon out. Take a look at the dragon real quick. He's a simple build. Got his little wings, his little teeth, and a flame. And also, for when you're playing with him and you want him to get more ferocious, they included a bigger flame that you can add on there to make him even more scary. All right, put him off to the side. And as I was saying, you can see right in here the stage area. And the stage area itself actually does lift out, which is really cool because it enables you to bring the stage out, place your minifigures on the jumper pegs, and then put them back in for display. Or you can just reach in and put them, you know, however you want to do it. But it just sets in like that. All right. And let's close this back up and get a look at the rest of the carriage. In here, you can see we do have some steps that lead up to the carriage and the backstage area right here, which we'll show you in a moment. We do have this flickering light right here. Really cool. On the back, it is open to where you can see the props they have. They've got their prop weapons. They've got a change of costume here. They've got what looks like a drum and drumsticks here. A couple of maybe gold coins, not too sure. And then underneath is a chest, and the chest contains some jewels for some of their storytelling. Back here you can see some more beautiful gold elements right here, printed pieces. And this printed shield here with the power button, that one's got me a little perplexed. The instructions say that you're supposed to be able to put your finger on it and it should turn the light on and off in the stage right there. So you can have the other lights in the front of the stage going on, but turn off that backlight. I don't know how that's supposed to work because behind this fully plastic piece is a little jumper module that has a wire going in one end and a wire coming out the other end. And on the back side of it, it has adhesive to stick to the back of this. So I don't know. I know that the horse stable that Lumibricks sold, or Funhole sold, had something similar for the red light therapy, but I can't figure out how to turn it on and off. It said something about hold it for 2 seconds and then it'll turn off, and then hold it for 3 seconds and it'll turn on, or vice versa. But as you can see, it doesn't do anything because all I'm doing is touching plastic. So I don't know. But luckily, the lights all work and they all turn on when you turn them on the battery pack. So that's all that matters to me. I don't need the dramatic lights coming on and off, so I'm good with it. The battery pack is conveniently hidden under this plaque right here, which makes it really easy to turn the lights on and off, especially since I can't get that one finger touch deal to work. We've got a couple of flags here. The carriage does have 6 wheels, a couple more gold pieces there. We've got this rear balcony area where figures can walk up, go backstage, or up to the stage. They just step sideways. All right. And the beauty of this is you can have them performing on the stage, in the carriage, or the carriage lifts right off so that you can have it down on the ground. Now, another build that you have here is this stage extension piece. And guys, all I'm going to say is regarding this piece and the actual playhouse, I wouldn't want that either one of these thrown at me. These things are solid. And this just slides up here, tacks onto the front like that. So now you've got an extended stage and everything else remains the same. But there you go. Another side build that they have included is this, which is supposed to be a sound effect maker, a medieval sound effect maker, because it's filled with 1x1 single studs. And you're supposed to turn it probably for, like, you know, to make the rain sound or something. It's just a nice little touch, something the troupe may have traveled with to be able to make sound effects for their show. All right, and of course we've got our dragon. Now, the beauty of this set is you've got interchangeable scenery. So while you do have these stage lights and the light back there that lights up the backdrop, you can also take out these and that and switch them to a town market setting. So here you can see we've got a city street, and then we've got some vendor booths and whatnot. So depending on the story you're telling, you can change your background. And these are just really cool translucent plates, flexible, really neat. And then these pieces slide out and they just slide right back in. Now, looking at the side here, this is how you take it off. There's a little lever thing and you can pull that right out. And right here you can see all of the interior props that are stored backstage. Let's get a closer look at those. So right here you can see we've got a little blue barrel. Little blue barrel does contain a dagger and a sword. Now, I don't think these are supposed to be like real, although I'm sure maybe you can play like they're real, but being that it is a playhouse, I am under the assumption that these would all be props. So over here on this rack, we've got an axe, we've got a mace, we've got a bow and arrow, and it's all being held in with that chain on this little brick built stand. Here's the table with the drum and drumsticks for making the music. And then the treasure that you have to play with, and it's got a green, gold, and red jewel inside for storytelling. So that's really cool. And this thing, it's really kind of hard to, not hard, but it sits in here, but you have to take the table apart to put it in there. But I mean, they have this all set up inside the carriage theater to make it easier to move everything around. So yeah, really cool. So you can go ahead and set up a scene like this. You can have the townspeople talking in the market, discussing prices and current events of the day, when all of a sudden the night comes in.
Hear ye, hear ye, there's been a report of the dragon in the forest. I must see to it immediately.
And he exits. This little stick was cool. It comes with the set so that you can play with your figures. Yep. So now we got to see what's going on in the forest. And now we have a scene where we are in the forest and the knight has been traveling to try and dispatch the evil dragon with haste.
I know there's a dragon around here somewhere. I will find him. What's this? I hear a dragon.
Oh, hi there. I'm just a friendly dragon. Haven't you ever seen How to Train Your Dragon? I may not be toothless, but I sure am cute.
Well, I guess you can stay.
Okay, that was stupid, but you get my point. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed my very first fully sponsored video. Once again, a big thank you to Lumibricks for sending me the Middle Ages Troupe Carriage to build and review. If you enjoyed this review, please do me a favor and like the video, share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you'd like to pick up your own Troupe Carriage to build and enjoy, I'll go ahead and put my Lumibricks affiliate link down in the description below, as well as my coupon code, BrickByBrickMJ10, which will get you 10% off of any products that are not currently being discounted. Take care of yourselves, and just remember, when life starts getting you down, just take it brick by brick. See ya!